There's something else I was going to tell you. I don't remember what it was. What was it? Oh yeah. Shark! Just kidding. Fast car. Poor Adam.
Just let
He
it
got
happen.
tummy troubles.
Just let it happen.
Poor guy. I'll feel better.
Really?
Hey folks. Made a lot of good progress on the chicken coop today. I figured we'd take you along. Show Rambo and Sweet Pea eating real quick.
Dinner time for the sheeps.
Yep. Show you what we got going on real quick. You can see we got most of the paint work done. We still got a little bit left to do on the back side, which we'll take you around and show you in a second. And then all the trim and put the door on and stuff. We got the roosts done and the nesting boxes done.
Let's take a look at these nesting boxes.
Hopefully that is bright enough. The sun's kind of starting to fade, so.
How many boxes do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 boxes.
They're about a foot apart. And there's a ledge on the front. What we noticed is that in the current chicken coop, they like a lot of privacy, and so they'll sit in the nesting box directly behind the water and whatnot because it's the most enclosed. So we put this 2x6 on the front. The chickens have more than enough room to get into the box. That also will help them from kicking stuff out. And then we also put this ledge here so that they'll have a place to jump in or jump up and jump in. So
those will be filled with
hay.
With hay?
Yeah, we'll fill them with hay.
Okay.
And the research I've been doing suggests that they seem to like hay in the nesting boxes more than the chip. So we'll do that instead of the pine chip and put the pine chip on the floor.
Okay.
The roosting bars are in. It's completely open underneath so that we can sweep it and scrape the floor. And we're going to end up putting a trap door at the back so that we can push all the debris out to the back in that back corner. And it'll end up being we'll run a composter or compost pile off the back so that we'll push it down there and then we can scrape it into a pile on the back, and then that'll give us fertilizer at some point when we need it. We still got some tape work and whatnot to do to close off the sides and the gaps where the wood wasn't, or couldn't push the wood up enough to take care of it. But we have the top open here. There's good airflow coming from the west to the east. And then on this side, we intentionally have the top open back here and the bottom. You can see the daylight down there. So what we'll end up doing is screening that in, but I want the airflow at the top and the bottom on the back wall, on the east wall, so that it'll pull that air, pull air out and not be stagnant. Most of our crosswind comes from the west to the east, so that's why we did it this way. The north and the south wall will be closed up. So that's pretty much it for the inside. And as we kind of have talked about over here, we'll have isolation boxes and a brooder. That's kind of where we'll put it over here, but you can see more than enough space for a large number of birds and even space for isolation.
And we'll probably eventually add to the number of nesting boxes as we expand our flock. This will get our flock for what we have now, for our existing flock, But as we expand the flock, we can add to this.
Yeah, I intentionally built this in a way where we can stack another layer on top of it, and we can even put one on that wall if we need to. So should have plenty of space. We can stack another set of nesting boxes over here if we need it. And the door to go out into the run will be about here.
So that's going to be the chicken door?
Yep.
Cool.
It'll be about in the center of the building in that spot right there. And what we're going to do is harvest the original door off the coop that we currently have to put down there, just to minimize expense. And then we're also gonna take the windows out of that other coop, or the other coop that we have, and we'll put the windows, we'll figure out where we want to put them, but we'll cut into the wall, frame them out, and put those windows in here too to add a little bit more light if we need it. So if we come out here, we can pretty much see that we got 3 walls done, mostly, at least the first coat of paint on the walls.
Let me get flipped around.
Yep. We got 3 coats of, or first coat of paint on 3 walls. Still got a little bit more to do there. It was raining today, so we didn't get to do any of the outside work. That's why I focused on the inside. Still have the north facing wall to do, so we'll let that dry out a little bit more overnight, and then if the weather should be conducive for it, and I'll get that painted up tomorrow. We're making progress. We almost got it done. A little bit more. Hopefully we'll be just about ready to move in by the end of the weekend. That's where we are. Thank you for coming along for the ride. Hope you've enjoyed this. We'll do one final kind of showcase after we get it all completely done. But for now, we'll sign off. See you next time. Appreciate you. Take care and God bless.